Most men treat discipline like a feeling, something that shows up on good mornings and disappears when life gets difficult. If that's how you think about it, you will always be inconsistent. Because feelings can't be scheduled. This video is about what actually works instead. We seem to throw around the phrase, "you aren't disciplined enough," or "I have no discipline." The issue is not that you lack discipline. The issue is that you've built your consistency on motivation, a resource that is unreliable by nature. Motivation cannot be guaranteed, and thus you cannot use it as a foundation for anything that needs to last. Let me paint a familiar picture. You start a new habit, perhaps going to the gym. That initial excitement may get you through the first week or two. Then you start to make excuses. I need a rest day today, or it's cold outside so I won't go to the gym. Then, slowly, you go less and less until you are back at square one. Men who build their discipline around how they feel will always be inconsistent. Not because they're weak, because they're depending on something they cannot control. Most conventional advice tells you that you just need to push harder, use more willpower, hold on longer. That advice misunderstands the problem. Willpower is not a muscle that strengthens with use. It's a limited resource that depletes throughout the day. Every time you think about whether to train, you're spending energy. By the time you've argued with yourself enough times, you're depleted, and the easier option wins. The easier option will always be more enticing, because it is comfortable, easily accessible, and you think you will feel better after doing it. We are all familiar with instant gratification activities versus delayed ones. The men who stay consistent don't offer themselves another option. They just plan and act. Every other creator will offer you flashy morning routines, night routines, routines which, yet again, only work until you slowly start to put less effort into them. Instead, you need to create systems. A system is not a routine. A routine is a schedule. A system is a structure that makes the right action the obvious action, regardless of how you feel. When the decision is already made, there is nothing to negotiate. You don't ask yourself if you feel like it, you simply do what comes next. The highest performers across every field don't ask themselves how motivated they are. They follow a predetermined structure. The decision is made once, then it's followed. A system that holds is built on three things. The first is a non-negotiable minimum, a floor, the smallest version of the action that still counts. You need to know this in advance, not decide it on the day. On your hardest days, what will you still do? 10 minutes still counts, one set still counts. The point is not to be optimal, the point is to never fully stop. That way, you will never go back to square one. The second is environment design. Discipline in a poorly designed environment is harder than it needs to be. Make it easier for yourself by putting the gym bag by the door or removing the phone from the bedroom the night before. When you set the conditions for the right action, you reduce the chance that your emotions will intervene and will be more likely to complete the action. Thus, you are not relying on motivation, you are just building a path of least resistance toward what you already decided to do. The third is identity anchoring. This is the most important. You do not build discipline by doing things. You build it by becoming the kind of man who does things. When people ask you what your hobbies are, no matter how you look, I want you to tell them, I work out. Or no matter how much money you are making, tell them, I am an entrepreneur. Your identity does not waver. It doesn't matter how you feel. When you wake up, your identity holds, because it is who you are, not what you feel like today. This way, making the decision requires no willpower. You just do because this is who you are. This way, the decision is already made. If this is useful, subscribe. Each week, there's more on building a life with standards, not just intentions. Here is how you will know your system is working. Not by how you perform on motivated days, those are easy. By how you perform on the days you have nothing, when you do the work despite not feeling like it. On those days, do you still act? So in becoming more masculine, don't search for new routines to improve masculinity. Instead, assume the identity of a masculine man. Create a system where you turn up every day. Take the emotion out of those difficult daily decisions. Act how a masculine man would.